In addition to working with their own artist teachers, it gives the student experience with other points of view. Previous events have included Maria Callas, Rostropovich, Milstein, and von Karajan. Today, we have with us one of the outstanding tenors of our time. Welcome to this afternoon's special class with Mr. Pavarotti and students of the Juilliard Voice Department, Luciano Pavarotti.
Master class. The word by himself already scared me. I was a student 25 years ago, but to me is like it was yesterday. And if I tell you I am more nervous tonight than any other time I make a recital by myself, believe me, I am very, very nervous. We have the TV here, who probably give a lot of publicity to this student, and I hope doesn't take any credit away from me. John Westman is my accompanist even in my concert, and it is a constant pleasure to work with him. We begin with the tenor. Kwang Chung from Korea is going to sing for us E lucevan le stelle from Tosca di Puccini. Vieni avanti, Kwang.
Carezze
It's a very familiar aria for me, especially in this day. And I have a little suggestion to make to you. It's a suggestion of effect. When you go to the end, before, John, can you play prima di L'O Refugita? There is some bar before.
Svani per sempre.
Svani per sempre sogno mio d'amore, l'O Okay? You sing all the other like you want. It's a dream. It's something to become. You see, you remember Tosca. For the last time when she went to you on the beach in the night. Yes. What's better than this? But you are in prison. You are in prison and you are dying. Yes. The first part of this thing is a beautiful remind, but at that point, you go to the reality. Mm-hmm. And you say, but now this time is gone away, and I am dying. They are going to kill me. And I would like very much to hear from the first part to that last. And the only way to have this effect is to keep these two notes long until the orchestra break. You You will do with your voice, but remember, you try to follow this finger will be very bad for you, but probably we will do, okay?
All right. Svani.
Svani per sempre sogno mio d'amore, l'ora è
years old. Susan Menzer, non so più, from Figaro, Mozart. Non so più cosa faccio. Vieni fuori, bella Susanna. They are all beautiful, these girls. soprano. You have a beautiful voice, sparkling, everything. The only thing I would like, the title of this aria is Non so più cosa son. Is written, unfortunately, from the composer in a very quick music. And the word in Italian, even for an Italian, non so più cosa son, cosa, is already blah, 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 something like that. And you should try, even with the piano, just the beginning.
Just the beginning, okay.
You sparkling after, until when you want, but the beginning, I would like to hear the title of the aria, non so più cosa son, cosa faccio, non so più cosa son, cosa faccio. No, sempre in tempo, of course, ma con un poco di più di anche prepara to prepara più non so più cosa son, cosa faccio, in the way you don't perdi il ritmo, you don't lose the rhythm, but you prepare a little earlier in the way that when you begin you can slow just a fraction in the way can hear better the title.
Okay.
We made just very few bars because all the rest is so sparkling.
Thank you.
I have just one suspect, so it's very important, but I have to tell you. I have a suspect you can even be a soprano. Doesn't matter you are a mezzo, but if you are going to reach the top easy with this kind of personality, I mean, lots more.
Thank you.
If you want to try by yourself or with your teacher, of course, not against him, never against him or her, I don't know. Okay? But my best compliment, brava.
Grazie.
Molto bene, ciao.
Thank you, grazie.
Now, Tonio Di Paolo is going to sing for us from Rigoletto, Questa o Quella. You have just a beautiful voice, huh? Bravo. Molto bene. Wow, there is, in this area, is, in my opinion, probably the most difficult. First, because you open the opera with this. After 1 minute, you have to sing immediately. Second, because it's written, the words are a little, they must be bite, a little too much. And the music is divisa very quick, but you have to, in my opinion, to phrase over these. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. For example, the beginning. Come fa Giovanni? Questo, quella. This is the title of the aria. They have to know you are going to sing questa o quella. Allora, ancora. Questa o quella. You have to just a fraction anticipate in your concentration.
Okay.
Questa o que, in the way then questa o que pronuncia, Bene. No, questa o que, with the voice you have. We try. But generally you do always this. Anche Sango d'argo, i 100 che di sfido se, i 100 che di sfido se mi punge se. Don't fare 100 che di sfido se mi punge. No, never. The orchestra do this. You do over the orchestra. Okay? Dai. Legato. Then you have to push a little more, and probably you lose your concentration in what is the second, the last important thing, with this, yes, with this talk. You should keep your voice smaller and more trumpet, and that is very delicate. You should never let the voice, before you have 2 or 3 times you can, but at the end you say, at the very end. It's really a technical problem. It's not, and you have to think about. You have to think about more than any other thing. Very concentrate about that thing. All the other things you have done better. You spent too much and you did not concentrate in the last note. Yeah. Then we try to do the last bar. Anche qua, listen, anticipa anche qua. Sanco d'argo. I hear just Sanco no. Sanco d'argo, I sentoppi di sfido, semmipu. Here, semmipu you can do because it's a little sparkling here. Okay? The position of these must be the position of later.
Okay.
Do not move your mouth. Okay? Do not move. Don't say no. Okay. Okay? I would like very much to talk with all of you and answer to any kind of question. I hope most of the questions are about singing.
As a student, what was the most difficult problem that you had like that? Vocal problem that you had to overcome?
The vocal problem I did have, having a voice that I would like to call natural by instinct, or perhaps by force. I explain myself. My father is a tenor, and he brings at home all the record of the tenor of that when I was a kid. And I was almost forced to become a tenor because I hear tenor every day. And you want to become a tenor yourself. The difficult thing for me, it was the diaphragm. The diaphragm, for me, it was until 5 or 6 years later, then I put the feet on the stage for the first time, was something that I did not know how to function. Then I went with John Sutherland in a tour in Australia, and we were on the stage. Let's say in 3 months we have done 40 performances together, and I saw this phenomenal instrument and this diaphragm, all the voice always supported, and I say, must be something there. And little by little I asked questions. She answered to me very nice. She said, wait before you begin. If he's not ready, do not begin, because it isn't useful. You are going to use your throat, and you are going to spoil everything. If he's not ready, make gymnastics in the way it will be ready. The best example we have watching a child who cry. A child can cry for the entire night without lose the voice. It's true. It's absolutely true. And the reason is because he cry on the diaphragm. You see almost the spasm of the diaphragm. But he's always there. He has a great advantage on the singer. Then he chooses one note, and he goes on all the night long with the same note. Even don't modulate. It's true, è vero. And for me, when I discovered little by little the diaphragm, then I did have the courage to try another kind of phrasing that was in my mind, even before, but I wasn't able to finish, because I wasn't able to support naturally. Un'altra domanda?
Is it too much to ask that maybe we might have a little song?
It's very, very kind. My ego is very happy you did that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to be here tonight, to support with your applause the student. I'm going to sing a little song for you. A song from my city. I mean the composer, Bononcini, Per la gloria d'adorarvi. Altose de, you understand, de Vent. You can say very well the other things. Mezzo. She's going to sing from Donizetto La Favorita o Mio Fernando. Altose, altose. Altause, altause. Altruis. There is nothing well made that cannot be done better. Okay? I think we've done very well. I would like very much you try to take a risk at the middle of the cabaret until the end, without take the last breath. Okay? Maledetta disperata non avrà perdono in ciel, perdono in ciel, no, perdono in ciel, no, in Italian, in the phrasing even. It's a risk you have to take. We'll try to take. Just a little before, once you become the, see right there, tyrant. You can spoil the entire aria if you breathe there, from my point of view. Okay? You are beautiful. Thank you very much. Roberto Brix is a bass, and he's singing from Verdi, Hernani, Infelice. It's been Hanafi.
Entra
Very good. The aria, fantastic. Recitativo, I would like to hear better. Okay? Can you sing recitativo better? Now. Che mai da Dio nel penetrare più sacro di mia magione. You see, okay? Somebody with your wife. Then do not make the note so long. Go to the point immediately. Don't take so much. Che mai da Dio nel penetrare più sacro di mia magione. Un sanatorio scolgo bram. He's like that, eh? And after, when she leaves the room, then you say, oh, God. And you become a singer. But before, you are a furious husband. Can you become a furious husband? Try. You do with a short note, eh? Remember, short note. Probably is written anche così. Il penetra il più sacro di mia magione. It must be a dog. You are a dog with a chain. Okay? The chain who take you in this moment is just because you are a noble. And it is the way in which a noble, but it's still caro, eh? You don't say any story. Prova a cantarla tu, Giovanni. Christine Radman. Please, Puccini, Donde lieta la bohème. Remember, the beginning of the aria now is the title, but even if it's not, it's the same. I want to hear. Okay? improve very much. The beginning was very well. No, there is, in this area, a line you have never to lose. Allora, come siamo? Donde lieta uscia la tua grido d'amore, torna sola, mi mia solitario nido, ritorna un'altra volta in is a recitative. Don't say addio because it's written like that. Addio. You are on the stage, you are yourself, a personality, then the word doesn't die, nobody dies if you say addio. Instead to say addio, addio. Say your addio, but let then everybody hear and let then your addio come from here. Then if you will be convinced, everybody will be convinced. Addio senza rancor. He's going away. Ascolta, ascolta, le poche ad una pela. Yes, don't lose this. Ascolta, ascolta. Try to do this, okay? Just very little thing, but you have done very well.
Addio senza.
The same thing. Addio senza. No, senza. Senza? No. Addio senza rancor. If you say senza, it doesn't sound even very well, but it's even not true. Addio. The atmosphere is so beautiful, you have to try to make, to keep like that. Addio senza rancor. But molto sempre very intimate. If it's intimate, you cannot say senza. You cannot do ta-ta. Even addio, let the orchestra finish, but do not let go over too much, okay? It must be ta, ta. So just, it's too much.
Addio
Do not worry. Ascolta. To the beginning of the phrase you have to give more importance. Addio, addio, addio. Senza rancor. Ascolta. And keep going when you go, keep going. But at the beginning it must be always something. Ascolta, addio. Ascolta. All 3 times.
addio senza rancor. Ascolta, ascolta, e l'eco che non è lascia in nel mio tinto
hear Ronnie Kalinsky with singing from The Barber of Seville, Una voce poco fa. I always stay, generally, before I have a performance, 7 or 8 hours without eat. And I saw this beautiful girl is coming out now, having a sandwich so big. Before we begin, she's so gentle and fragile. Where are you? Run it.
Una voce poco fa, qui nel cor mi risuonò il mio
say two words about your singing. You can give just more attention to when you have to speak in the voice. There is 1 or 2 points. You go too quick and probably they don't hear you because you go with the piano and the piano must go a little slow. I think in the beginning, it's almost the beginning. We have to found, you and me, John. More, I think it's very close to the beginning. Questo. No, senti, pop, 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 pop. Il signor, allora tu fai il signor ra 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 ra, tra ta 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 ta, tra ta 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 tra ta tra ta. You must have time to form the first note before go away. And then the tempo is being very good. Yeah, pop, 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 but they don't hear. Da 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 da, di ra 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 ra. Because all the other is agilità e coloratura fantastic. Allora questo io voglio che tu provi. Il signor, come sono le parole?
Il Signore cuserà.
Il signore ha. Spend more voice there. No, not in the term of quantity, but in the term of pronunciation, in the term of anticipate the pronunciation. Okay, prova un po' più lento, John. Secondo me è too quick. Il titolo Federò, ta 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 ta. È così? Scritto così? Allora fa il Signore Federò, tiararararara. Do not be afraid don't be in tempo. Rallenta questa, falla come, non dico come un recitativo, ma è un recitativo in one sense, because they are word joke. Ok? Prova a fare il
cuore chiuderò, io l'ingegno butterò, alla finta che verrà, e contento resterò.
Va bene, but still is not, the second is not still like I would like. Il Signore Federò, ta 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 ta. You have time, it will give you time, dai. Bravo, dai, brava. The only thing you can do for me is to tell me, what did you have inside that sandwich? Huh? Okay. Today I'm full of ladies. Another girl. Zehava Gal, mezzo, is going to sing the aria from Werther. Is it true? Good. Zehava.
Thank you.
This girl really touched me. This girl really goes deep to my heart. I watch her and I see she is really thinking what she do. And this is the most great secret for a singer, to be concentrate in the thing you are doing, in the terms of voice, in the terms of language, in the term of inspiration. And it is the reason because I did want to hear her again.
Thank you.
I call this last mezzo-soprano, and I say something which for me the most important thing. Concentration. When I see that girl, I see her, she's not here. She's not here when she sings. She's in another place. She's on the stage, she's thinking what she's doing. She's thinking what the music comes to give to her. Is another thing. Concentration in what, you tell me? In everything. In the diaphragm, in the voice, in the expression, in the music, in all. Depend what you prefer. Take first what you prefer. Diaphragm cannot stay you cannot stay without diaphragm anyway. Then concentration, bring cervello, bring brain, diaphragm, gola, throat, and I repeat, throat. Doesn't mean that the sound is formed here in the throat, not here, and, yeah, well, and through here it go higher to other resonance, but the voice is down. This we call in Italian epiglottide. I don't know how you call. Adam apple, something like that. Even the lady has this apple. Must go down, profound, deep. The singer must do an exercise to let this impediment for a voice go down in the way then the column of air is free to come to the vocal cord and make the vocal cord vibrate. It's very, very important. When the vocal cord vibrates, then any resonance can be used and make the difference of the quality of the voice. But until here, I think everybody we are made in the same way, until the vocal cord. There is not much different. The other things are a little different.
Do you feel that singers rely on coaches too much today instead of using their own brains? How much should a singer rely on a coach?
Well, the singer must realize then the truth for him is the stage, and must realize then on the stage is going to be alone. Then he should learn, even if he goes to a coach or to a teacher, he should learn maximum concentration in what he do and do by himself, by herself. There is no doubt about that. He must be confident in what he do, and what the teacher tells him to do must become his property.
Pavarotti, I don't know much about singing. How long on the average does it take to get as good as what we've seen tonight? I mean, assuming a lot of talent.
Well, I can tell you, I don't know. There is no time. It's a very unusual profession in which you can succeed in 4 years. The day before you go out from this school, you can succeed after 10 years. You can even never succeed even if you are in this beautiful school, and even if you are on the stage today. Took to me, I think I began to study in 1956, and I am still studying, but I did make my debut in 1961, then make the count 46 here, 6, 7 here. I did have a lot of trouble studying, and I have made a lot of conquests in the period in which I studied, and I did have some trouble on the stage, and I have made a lot of conquests on the stage, step after step. Then, let's say, in the first 2 or 3 years of my career, I was very much requested because I sang a lot of Rigoletto, which is a very, very difficult opera for tenor. Some night I was beautiful, absolutely. I am modest, but some night I was. Some other night, I don't know why, without any important physical reason, I was not like that. And my beginning was 50-50 for this reason. But the technical problem was because I was not dominating my diaphragm, who is for me, I don't want to say the most important thing, but certainly one of the most. I think I still have to make more conquest, and I am an eternal student. Then if you ask me how much take to myself, I say I have not finished yet. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Roberto Briggs is a bass. He's going to sing for us tonight Vecchia Zimarra from La Bohème di Puccini. Roberto Briggs. Roberto, this is a very difficult aria. It's an area of atmosphere. It's an area that, still being from Puccini, who is a 20th century composer, must be, in my opinion, considered bel canto. And I think you should sing this aria più legato e più intimo with your voice. Per esempio, io provo a farti sentire come... Vecchia Zimarra, senti, io resto al pianto a scendere il sacro monte Ordevi. Le mie grazie ricevi. Potenti passare nelle tue tasche come in antri tranquilli, filosofie e poeti. quei giorni lieti fuggir, ti dico addio fedele amico mio. Addio. Addio. You have to make a great atmosphere. I do not pretend to be bravo with this, with the voice. Then you must really create these things that come from you. You have a person who is dying. Everybody knows she's dying, and you are going away your jacket. It's already spring, then it's not a big sacrifice, but anyway. Anyway, can you try to do this melancholic sound with legato? Beh, ancora. Antonio Di Paolo is coming back now to sing for us from l'Elisir d'amore di Donizetti, Una furtiva lagrima. Now, before you begin, remember you have in this area, I did not hear you in this area, but I know there is at least 3 places in where can happen to you what did happen at the end of the other. Keep the voice tight, stretto, okay? And now concentrate and forget everything. Now, can we try to do something a little better? The aria was very good, and all the 3 points I was waiting for, you did resolve very well. Bravo. Now, and you keep the voice like that, and do not worry when you go to the top. Bite the voice. Do not let the voice become bigger, because you are going to break. You keep there. Do not worry the effects will make inside you. Now, you try to do piano after a long time. We have to do this piano immediately. You open very well your mouth. For example, you finish this aria so easy. The last note of this aria is difficult for all the tenor, and you do so easy and come out so well. It is the position in which you have to do the piano of the second Lovedo without power, not without diaphragm, without power. Prova. We try. Sorry, even the beginning of the both phrase is pom pom pim pom 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 pom. Must come to your mind just a little before, in the way that when you begin is forgot to play. He play. He play these notes together, equal. It's ready immediately on the bar, and you do the same. Prepara.
Set the diaphragm like I would do.
I don't know. In this phrase, the F, very difficult to say how you have to approach. You have to find by yourself. And there is time until when the sound come out. Let's say easy. Let's say not heavy. Anyway, it is the most critical beginning of all. But if you think before, do not think about the technique, because the composer from this period did write with a U. You cannot open a U. You cannot U. You must do U. He did take care by himself. You have to take care. Then the sound is the attack is there in the right moment with the right inspiration. Okay, she's in love with you, and now you have this suspect. You saw her to cry, and you think, probably she's in love with me. Happy. Concentrate in the sound. The beginning must arrive in time.
Okay, just 1 minute.
No, it's not enough. It's very good. It's very good, but it can be better.
Okay.
It can be really more vocal. Just the first. Prova, John, prova. I do for you. Do something a little more. No, you close your mouth. Okay, it's very good. A little more, do not worry. Just the first, I am not talking about later. The first sound is question really of sound.
Okay.
Very good. You were too quick in the break. Do not be afraid. Oh, and you have done something much better than before. Much better. I don't know if it's instinct. And I have to explain to you, you have done something much better for one reason. Because you did cover the sound before let the sound explode. Then the sound, yes, the sound was first controlled and then provo a fare un poco prima di mamma io ti faccio sentire the difference between the first and the second. You have done the first, you have done color, no more quantity from a sound like that. Cannot come ma if you do. Two different color, two different quantity. Right. This is what you have done. I don't know if by instinct or thinking, but you have done very well. Now, and leave your diaphragm go down. There is a fraction in which you have to drive your mind to let your diaphragm go down. Do not be in a hurry to begin the next phrase if the diaphragm is not down, especially if you do a piano. And you but all the line. Try, okay? Because you sing these areas so well, okay? Let's try that phrase. Poi lo mandiamo via. Che più cercando, sì. We will hear Ronik Kalinsky, and she is going to sing the Queen of the Night. The second aria is the Queen of the Night. For some of you doesn't know, is from the Magic Flute of Mozart. have nothing to say about the pronunciation because I don't know Deutsch. I have nothing to say about the music I know very well because you sang beautifully. Are there questions from the audience now? Go. First question.
Can you talk a little bit about high notes?
The I note. You cannot have singing I note if you don't use a certain kind of technique and a certain kind of support of the diaphragm. This girl, she did reach the highest note possible with an incredible ease. But I saw her diaphragm. She's just there, always there. She's always pushing right. And when you have these pump who help you, then you can think about the other thing very easy. Un'altra domanda?
Do you sing your top to a particular brow, or do you go...
You mean when I do the top what I am thinking about? No. Nothing. I am thinking nothing. Absolutely. At the top, the real top, the biggest top, is an animal sound. If before you did treat your voice well, the animal sound come out acceptable and sometimes exciting. If you do not, you crack or you do an extreme. But always depend from before.
Could you describe vocal exercises that you...
Vocal exercise? Vocal exercise is written in every book. There is no one better than the other. And to make a scale, the only thing you can describe is how. Very few can tell you and be understood from you how do the thing good, then you do not. Understand? In another word, I think the profession of teacher is the most difficult. Because I don't think there is good teacher. I don't think there is good pupil. There is good meeting of people, of brain. Thank you very much. Now the last student. Soprano Roseanne Del Giorgio, who is going to sing Casta Diva Norma Bellini. Try to come out.
La 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 la
molto brava. I have not much to tell you. These young generation are great, I tell you. From Puccini La Rondine is going to sing la canzone di Doretta. Christine. Christine, the title, or not title, this time we have to know the first phrase very clear. You cannot begin when the orchestra is already down. You have to begin when a little before in your mind to prepare the sound. Then when the maestro is ready to come down, you have already the sound thought. You have to think about. It's something physically you must happen inside you. And emotion, something a little before. Be ready right in the spot. Do not make 3 notes to arrive to the point. Just one. And to do this, you have to be the resonance, everything already open and prepared. Come sono le parole? Perché il bel sogno. Allora, il bel sogno di Dora. This time you have not to go away. It is. beautiful sound is coming now, the public have not to expect. Se tu fai un diminuendo o se tu fai any kind of effect, it will take away from that one. It must almost be one hand, must almost be something normal, just music. Tam darim tam 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 tim tam tam. Really to become because hearing you, I understand you know the piece, and you prepared the thing by himself before. Allora proprio va e supporta un poco di più with the diaphragm when the voice is low. Okay, just a little darker when it's low. Do not be afraid. The top is there, beautiful. Don't worry. Okay, let's do it again. Little longer. Il tu fai il bel no. Il bel sogno. Very simple, but un poco più. Very simple, but un poco più largo. Allora non fare il bel, ma fare il. Un poco anticipando in the way you go to the bell when it's time, Not to the bell, ma to bel sogno, okay? And the verb. In the way it seems, when you stop, it seems to be natural, a natural stop. Non va in un'altra armonia, it doesn't go in another harmonia. Then, in Italian we say, buttiamo la frase lì, like that. No, without any importance. But I hear too much pum, 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 pum. It's logical. The phrase, there is a pause in the voice, but there is not the pause in the music. Then you have to give with the voice the idea to finish your voice, continue the music, and going to your voice. Allora, you have not to leave the phrase go down. Just a fraction, little fraction, who doesn't disturb any musician, I'm sure. Yeah. Brian Sexsnyder, I hope he's right, is going to sing from Traviata di Giuseppe Verdi, Di Provenza il mare e il suolo. A beautiful voice, you're singing a very beautiful aria, who is repeating, make the first verse the same like the second. The words change, but the music is the same, more or less. But like very much, you finish the first verse, piano, and you begin the first phrase of the second verse, piano. When you do piano, support with the diaphragm more than when you do forte. The piano is very, very difficult. You cannot do piano, but do piano just come from here more than a forte, much more. Forte can come from other place, from the throat. A piano must be right there, the diaphragm. Do the piano you want, the kind of piano you want, support. In other words, I will let you hear what I have in mind, if you can do. Dio mi guido, Dio mi guido, Dio mi guido.
Tu non sai quanto soffrì, tu non sai quanto soffrì il tuo vecchio genito. Se lontanariro.
You go there, but give in the middle of this thing this beautiful expression possible. And when you make the piano of the first part, make a piano who is, they have to do like that to hear you, but while they do like that, you go a little più forte, più forte, più forte. You trick them, okay? Try.
Do you want to do that?
No, you do. This is that piece again. You are with them? Watch me. Too much both of them. They will hear you because the orchestra is nothing. Then is something you have not to sing. It's something you have to talk. It's something you must come from your soul. After you will sing. Even the other, you were not convinced. You thought was troppo piano. It was not. They hear you. They did hear you very well, and even if you make a piano, they really are still you. Because nothing is in the orchestra. In the voice alone, but do not force too much the voice before the top, but do please again and watch me, because I will...
Okay.
quanto soffrì il tuo vecchio genitor, e lontano risquallor il suo tempo si corrì.
After you go, you sing the aria like you want. But if you don't make 2 or 3 point in effect, make a lot of difference, I tell you, believe me. Bravo, you can do, don't worry, you can do. Don't be afraid, even if it's difficult, if it's the first time you don't feel very comfortable, you will find your way to do this. But you have to do. Do not escape the problem because it's difficult. You have to do. And more, you have to do more of these than the other. The top is fantastic, the voice, the color of the voice is beautiful. You will not have any problem, except they will tell you after 20 bar, beautiful voice. Now, change the color. If they don't hear you change the color, okay?
Right.
Ciao, thank you. No, wait. It's not finished.
Oh, yes, I am.
Probably we call you later. Please make me a question concerning the master class and the singing.
How do you build endurance?
It is the study we do, and I try to make sport not very heavy, but I try to play tennis, and even I try to keep my brain. For example, and I stay like that for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I have done 3 minutes and the globes were coming out. I decide, but it's very good because there is a certain moment in which you keep your breath. There is a certain moment and the diaphragm come inside to support the breath himself, even if he doesn't want.
Which school do you prefer? Which method do you prefer and why?
You mean about pianissimo? The reason because some singer doesn't sing piano is because they don't believe, because they don't trust, because they think it's not right. They think they don't have un piano, un diminuendo, falsetto, they don't think it's important, or even worse, because they have problem to build the natural voice. If I am a teacher, first I want to build the voice. I do not want to hear falsetto, I don't want to hear any finesse. I want the piece of material ready. It's very difficult to know when it's time to model the material. But it's something psychologically you must happen inside yourself. To me, it happened when I went to Glyndebourne, singing Idomeneo, singing Mozart. You have to sing piano. Not most of the time, but you have to sing piano, you have to sing legato, you have to sing elegant. And I imposed to myself to go there to do this role, and I went home with a great deal of experience. I did like very much later, but when I was there, I did not like my time.
You said that the tenor has to be or sweep the notes F, F sharp, and G in a special type of way. Can you be a little bit more specific?
There is technically speaking, physiologically speaking, the sound must be covered. Covering the sound, the vocal cord, then generally vibrate totally. They are in a position of rest. They are in a position of rest who permit you to go to the top very easy because they are fresh. Not just this, but they permit you to make very, very noble sound instead of very wide and strangled sound. And this is, in my opinion, the real key of the entire situation. You want an example?
No.
Dammi un F sharp. Allora, you can try. suspect a strangle, huh? If you do. I don't make much più fatica. It's easier after 20 years, of course, but the support from the diaphragm. And when I do this sound, the vocal cords are vibrating just in the middle, not at the end. They are in a position of resting. Then I can do the following very easy, jumping down, jumping to the other sound, like an animal. It's true. It's a little like that. If you really are very careful until that area, also you can be totally free. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to sing. He's from Figaro, De Vieni non tardar, Mozart.
Che
I think for your voice you should take the tempo just a little quick, un poco più veloce. Doesn't matter what the piano play, what the orchestra play with the right tempo for everybody. But a voice like yours should take just a fraction more quick. Can you try the beginning, please? Do not worry how you play. Play fantastic, but do not make the same precise tempo because it's already boring, this idea. Brian Sexsnyder is going to sing from Ballo in Maschera di Giuseppe Verdi, Eri tu. Very famous aria because give the baritone the possibility to sing forte, mezzo forte e piano. And I will really like to do all these things and come from your soul. Your wife, you think she left you for another man. Capito, amico?
La tua figlio a te conceda riveder nell'ombra e nel silenzio là il tuo torre l'onda mia nascondi.
men. With the help of Barry Gold at the cello from Los Angeles, she's going to sing Morrò ma prima in grazia dal ballo e maschera di Giuseppe Verdi. told me before she feels hoarse. I don't know what's making. Would you like to try? Suppose you are in this condition. Would you like to try to sing a little softer the second part of the aria to see if you have, even in this condition, a better result? Because I want to tell you something. Will be very few the day in your life in which you will feel great. I don't remember. I can perhaps count in the finger of one hand. Then, if you don't feel completely well, still do the second part, please, for me, and it will be much better for you, and you will be much more happy because I see you are not happy. Can we do the second part, please? Very quiet, Pamela. Breathe, relax. Huh? Master class have other thing. For example, interesting question from the public.
What do you suggest for like colleges if you had an opera that night and you were
Are you asking me what the singer should do the day of the performance?
Yeah, what should you do to make it important?
Well, you should begin when you come up in the morning to make 2 minutes of vocalize. If the voice is good, stop. If the voice is not good, stop. After that, I think you should go to eat and let something go around here, move muscle, talk, have something hot thing, have a rest, 2-3 hour rest, and vocalize again. And this time, if the voice is not there, you insist. You insist more until the voice is there. And you treat the voice better than you can, but do not be so gentle. Try even to scream if it's necessary. Then you rest again. You rest, and after a while, after 2 or 3 hours, you try the voice again. At that moment, the voice should be very good. Should be in perfect order. And you should, then it's time to go to the theater, where at the theater you again try the voice, because you are afraid that from the hotel to the theater you lost the voice. You try a little, and the voice, of course, is generally coming out very well. Then you call your pianist, you sing the first aria, And after that, you are not still sure, then the performance is going to be good. Okay?
All right. Approximately how old do you think the tenors would be before they start to sing professionally?
Professionally, there is no age. We have example. I think Mr. Corelli begin over the 30. I think Giulietta Simeonato begin over the 40. Then you don't have any age. Miss Scotto begin, she was 17 or 18. You don't have any age. They were both ready at that time. You don't know when you are ready. It's very difficult to say. It's something that the natural must decide.
There's only one person that has a phrasing as beautiful as Tito Stigma, and that's you. When you were a boy, very small, did you hear Tito?
Are you joking? I saw him in person many times, but more than everything, I told you, my father suffocated me with the tenor when I was a kid. And then really, I did not hate because I did like immediately, but Tito Schippa, Gigi Perti, De Caruso, and Tucker, Bierling, all the entire family was at home. I did know them much earlier than meet most of them in person. I remember when I met Gilli once, and he was coming to sing Lucia in my city, and I was 12, and I said to my father, please, Father, I want to meet that man. And they told me then at 11 o'clock he's going to vocalize, and I went down at 10 o'clock. I saw him going up, but of course I did not have any courage to stop him, and he went up, and he sang for 1 hour and a half, close, open, middle, piano, forte. I say, God, it seems to be 3 or 4 or 5 tenors there, because different. And he went down, and I say, how long take to become a tenor? Because I want to become a tenor. How long did you study? And he said, I just finished now. Un'altra domanda? John Guzman.